Hey Sagittarius, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your May Tarotscope for 2021. So we are calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anybody else. And you're looking at your energy for the month, whatever Spirit wants to give us here. The energy around you in your present time month of May. And then at the end, we're going to be doing some clarifying, and then we're going to ask a yes or no question at the end with the angel oracle. So let's see what you've got going on, Sagittarius. Ooh, two cards going to come out here. Alrighty. So the first thing that I'm noticing is the heart of the situation. The heart of the situation is talking about being in battle. This looks like an internal conflict. This is about being in battle. This is also about worrying about what other people are thinking about you. And we've got the High Priestess, which is really a lot of internalizing. It has a lot to do with using your intuition. This could be battling with your intuition. This High Priestess isn't really going anywhere. She's not like she's not going places, but like she's to herself. She's aligned. She's listening. She's the oracle. She's mute. She doesn't speak. She doesn't talk about what she knows. She's keeping things to herself. She's all about hidden secrets. And then this Six of Wands reversed, it's a victory card, but it's reversed. It's like you're still in battle. It's like a conflict with your intuition, Sagittarius. It's almost like you're following your head instead of your heart, instead of your intuition. All right. And the next two cards that I'm noticing here, we've got the Ten of Cups reversed in your happening now and into the near future. And then we also have the Lover's card as the big picture. So both of these cards together, for me, this is something has come full circle. Some kind of, wow, what I'm hearing, this isn't what I'm seeing with these two cards, but what I'm hearing is initiation. There's some kind of initiation. I'm also hearing there's some kind of a power struggle, and there's some kind of emotional fulfillment that has come full circle. And the question coming up is, what next? What do we do next? What's next? And this Lover's card can definitely have to do with the marriage. It can have to do with a twin flame type of situation, but it's also about your masculine and feminine, your higher self and your physical self. It is balancing both of those things. And there's also a decision. A lot of times this would be a decision in love, which is what it looks like, Sag. Some kind of decision in love, how to move forward after some kind of cycle has completed, and there's a lot of perhaps not listening to your intuition around this. Okay, the next thing that I'm seeing is this Eight of Wands, and it is in your advice. This is advising you to make some fast decisions, make some movements, get it going, shake it up. Like, this is also about goals and setting goals and manifesting goals, really hitting your target, basically. Coming from this place of very possibly a third party coming to a close, coming to an end. This is also coming from a place of, this is a card for me for imbibing, overdoing it, escaping. This is also like some kind of celebration coming to a close, or this is also like gossip. So if you're worried about what other people are talking about, what other people are saying, it could be that as well, coming from this place of how people talk. And the Eight of Pentacles is in your, this was reversed and it flipped around when I was moving around. So I'm going to talk about both of those. So the Eight of Pentacles is in your higher self position. The Eight of Pentacles is talking about how you are working on something, working on what I'm hearing is your truth. But this is something that is near and dear to your heart. This can be work related. This can be energy management. This can be managing all of your resources. So Sagittarius, this is about, it's an apprenticeship card, but it did come out originally reversed, which for me is, this is when you're putting in a lot of effort, and this is when you're not putting in a lot of effort anymore, but it's also when you've mastered your skill. So that's coming up in your higher self talking to you. I want to say this too. This is I want to talk about ego here, but I want to talk about personality self here. So just, I feel like your higher self is talking about you being conscious and aware of your personality self when it comes to your gifts, when it comes to your work, your life's work. And your angels and guides are also talking about unplugging from something. They're literally talking about a passionate new beginning that has perhaps come to a close or come to an end. This can have something to do with this ending of a third party. But this is also not putting effort in as you were before. And so this card next to it with your angels and guides talking about unplugging is interesting. And we'll clarify all of that. Let's take a look here, Sag. We have got the Emperor in release. This is like release control. Relinquish control, Sagittarius. Can you do it? It's a hard thing because it brings up a lot of fear. And your momentum is to go forward into healthy self-reflection. There's even a resistance to, there's a resistance to clearing your space of other people's energy. I feel like you can definitely have some astral debris in your space. You can have just other people's energy in your space that needs to talk about relinquishing control. You know what? And I even feel like other people's energy, what they are connected to and what they're attaching to is control. So when you relinquish it, their energy will release as well. We will get to the bottom of that. What is it that you need to release control of, Sagittarius? Let's check it out. Let's do a little clarifying before we even get to the clarifying. There's releasing the control over some unfinished business. You can't control it. So what happens if you don't try to control it? What happens? There's some kind of offer of love. That's when you open up and you open to receive again. That's when your heart space opens to receive again and you start magnetizing love. And I hear, instead of rejecting it. This is so interesting. I guess it's my sleeve, but it keeps flipping back over. So your 8 of Pentacles flipped back over into learning and gathering knowledge and wisdom. That's what this Hermit is doing too. But it's gathering wisdom from within. Okay, so let's take a look at your past, present, future, Sagittarius. We've got the Magician in the past. This Magician is reversed. So this Magician has been, I'm going to say, deceptive somehow, manipulative, to will things, to get things to come together. I'm even hearing a culmination of things. I do feel like this has a lot to do with the control. So your energy for right now, Sagittarius, in present time, we've got the 6 of Cups and the 5 of Swords reversed. So yeah, that's interesting. A culmination. It looks like there were or are a lot of particular things, opportunities that these are even opportunities that have been showing up in the past. I feel like these might even be people, different relationships. This can have to do with this Lover's card and the 10 of Cups reversed, but also work related, Sag. But this is, again, this 5 of Swords is betrayals, past betrayals with these people. And this is either you betraying people in the past, or this is you being betrayed by multiple people in the past. But there's definitely been some manipulation going on with multiple people. And yeah, it's almost like, I mean, can it really be that many people? If you're in a work situation, perhaps, but this is like there's some kind of cycle that has ended with all these people, all these options, seeing people as options. Okay, maybe you felt like you were an option, Sagittarius. So your outcome here is the Temperance. This is about alchemy. It is about bringing things together and healing things. It's also about patience, having patience. And I'm also hearing having time to be patient. This card specifically, huh, um, there's a river that's going through this card, and it just reminds me of a river runs through it. And I say that a lot about this coming from the place of position, that it's like the river that runs through the entire energy of your reading. And this is about, you know, over imbibing, but it's also about the release of third parties. So the release of options of some kind. And this can be in love, but this can also be in work. This can be the release of partnerships, the release of some kind of collaboration. Okay, so I want to do some clarifications here, Sag. Right. Okay. This is reminding me that temperance is also about moving slowly. It is about having patience. And this Knight of Pentacles is moving slow as freaking molasses. I want to say this too. Your advice is not to move so slow. It's to shake things up, and it's like get out of your way. It's like make some movement, make some motion in order to actually make some things happen. But this I feel like is coming out for Temperance, and Temperance is like, yeah, you're gonna have to make some motion, make some movement to get some goals accomplished, but then you have to be patient and wait for it. Okay, let's look at the big picture here. This Lover's card. Clarify this Lover's card for me. Yeah, and this is about overcoming some kind of, I feel like a breakup, overcoming disappointment, overcoming heartbreak. And let's look at this Ten of Cups. Yep, this Ten of Cups is talking about, wow, all these cups. This Ten of Cups is talking about some kind of relinquishing of a soulmate relationship. There was a soulmate relationship or a past life relationship that has been released. And I want to clarify this Three of Cups, please. The river that runs through it. Clarify this Three of Cups. Right. It looks like there was a twin flame that very possibly could have been released. Here's the 1111 card, the marriage card. And that would make sense with this soulmate twin flame card, releasing the twin flame. Oh yes, runner chaser. Yep. Let's look at that a little bit here. I want to look at, I think that's probably why your Eight of Pentacles was flipping around. It's like working at it, working hard, putting a lot of effort in, and then not putting effort in anymore. So let's do a little clarification of that, unplugging from that. Yes. Okay. So here is the Fool. This is kind of going off in a new direction, going off in a new project, going off on a new path, and trusting the universe. And your angels and guides are talking about this is like releasing faith and trust, unplugging from this third party who was an empress that wasn't treated like an empress. Okay. Let's look at, let's clarify this Hermit in your resistance. This is resistance to clearing everybody's energy out of your space, resistance to going within. There's momentum about, again, going within. I get that momentum too with this high priestess because she is observing. She's in observing mode. You have two cards that pop up for that. One of them is about feeling like you were released. One of them, this is the Five of Pentacles, and it is about being left out in the cold. It feels like being abandoned or doing the abandoning. And this is about, yeah, I wanna bring that personality, self, ego stuff back up again, because this is about seeing things in one way. It's like tunnel vision. It's like seeing things, seeing a story a certain way. This is kind of about having your head in the sand. And so all of this going within, just trying to figure that out, this internal battle. I'm also hearing, it's not just the conflict, it's like self-betrayal. There's some self-betrayal going on here. And the reason why that's here is because somebody is not listening to their intuition. Somebody is not following their intuition. Let's clarify this Eight of Wands here. Let's shake things up, move forward. This would be fast messaging, fast messages, fast communication. This can be fast understanding, fast awareness. And then we got the Strength card. And this is about like holding back. It's like fast awareness about what you've been doing to be strong, to hold back, to curtail your emotions, Sagittarius. This also feels like not letting anyone, I'm hearing, sense your emotions. Okay. So let's look at past and present. Let's look at this Magician, who's a wieldy, shifty kind of shapeshifter when reversed. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that was going on there. In the past, it feels like there were some lies that led to some destruction. Somebody thought that they were on top of it with all this control, but all their lies came to the surface and you figured it out. Either you figured it out, Sagittarius, or somebody else figured it out. But there was a lot of stuff going on that wasn't, I want to say, on the up and up. It wasn't clear, and it was not clear on purpose. There was manipulation happening in a bit of a maniacal way, I would say. Jeez. Okay. So, and it with a lot of different people. Okay. We've got the Six of Cups here, all these options, but this has to do, this was the clarification Six of Cups that was released. But this is your present time, Six of Cups. This is your present time in the past betraying someone who was the soulmate. Maybe you were the soulmate. And again, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, we're not going to address that. Here's the High Priestess again, clarifying this betrayal, this past betrayal of the soulmate. And it's like, I'm not, wow. And here's the Temperance. It's like, I'm not ready to heal from that. I'm not ready to address it. I'm not ready to look at it. Wow. And I am having a lot of grief and upset around it. This is also like acting like you're not having grief and upset around it, but there's all this internal conflict, Sagittarius. OMG. Okay, so let's look at the Six of Wands and High Priestess and clarify that a little bit. All right, yeah, and we've got changing channels. We've got this Seven of Pentacles reversed, and this is about not tending to something the way you were tending to it before energetically, and switching channels, switching pathways. And here we go, back into hermit mode, keeping it to yourself, internalizing secrets, secrets, secrets. I want to know, what was the hope for all of this control and all of these lies? What was the hope that was going to happen from all of this? Like, what was the desired outcome here ultimately? It was to blindside someone. It was to keep somebody in the dark. Wow. It's like managing all of these people, all these different people. It was managing how they saw the situation, how they were seeing and viewing and thinking about certain situations. And so a bunch of lies were told to get everybody to believe something. There was lots of control here to blindside different people. Wow. Sag, what is going on? How did that end up? How did that turn out? Not so hot, it looks like. So yeah, all of that release of emotional fulfillment, all that release of really like pure love. It's like, yeah, that didn't turn out victorious. Whoa, that's a doozy, Sag. Yeah, and now there's this challenge, came out this way. There's this challenge with opening your heart chakra, but also holding onto your resources. All right, what I want to know here is, what is coming toward you? What kind of energy is coming toward you that you can't see coming? We'll put 3 cards out for that, and then we will ask the yes or no question. Coming toward you, so interesting. You've got the 8 of Pentacles reversed. This is that being an expert, not putting a lot of effort in. Here's manifesting. Here's that Magician upright. Wow, it's almost like, what do I have to do to not work very hard to get what it is that I want easily and effortlessly? Huh. This feels like what's coming toward you is that type of energy. It's like energy that doesn't want to put a lot of effort in, but wants something to happen easily and effortlessly. I almost feel like, I mean, this can be you, Sagittarius, but it can be somebody coming toward you too, that's expecting a lot for very little reciprocation. Okay. Whew. Ask a yes or no question. Make it a good one, Sag. I'm going to get a yes or no. Asking the Angel Oracle. What is it? What is going on? And we get let go. Let go of power, fear, and control. Even here, just let go of demise. That's all right. Let's clarify that a little bit. I'm going to say that's a no, but yeah, let's clarify that with this deck. Sagittarius. Wow. Let go. Here's that 10 of Cups reversed again. Let's like, on to the next, on to the new. Clean cups. Yep. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done. And that's where you're going. Let go, release all of that stuff that was going on in the past. We have a card that's flipped over. Right. There are 2 cards here. This is about this passionate new beginning, and this is holding off and waiting on a passionate new beginning because there's a lot of healing that has to be done. This release has to complete. Letting go of something, some kind of cycle that completed. It's like coming full circle about the full circle. It's like you have to let go of the completion, coming to terms with it. Wow, Sagittarius, let me know how this resonated and how this was for you. And I'll be back in a few days. I'm looking forward to your next reading. Take it easy, Sagittarius. That was a doozy.